space, or the lack of it. The circular podium is about a third the size of the Wembley Arena, and with the audience so close, the gymnasts are performing in very unfamiliar surroundings. So in this kind of atmosphere, experience is essential, and there's no shortage of experience in the men's event, where there could be a great battle between the reigning British champion Barry Winch and his old rival Keith Langley. Winch from the Harlow Club took Langley's national title back in November, followed it up by winning the Speedo Championship. Langley, the reigning Champions Cup holder, got his revenge by beating Winch in the Coca-Cola International. Most experienced among the women is 16-year-old Hayley Price. She took a gold medal for the vault in the Coca-Cola International, but she could be pushed very hard by her own Redditch and Bromsgrove clubmate, Sally Larner, winner of the Speedo Championship and one of Britain's most outstanding young gymnastics prospects. So,
Price, the most experienced of the girl competitors, the only one who's been part of a World Championships team. This her first vault. Let's see if that experience shows. Going for the vault she's been working very hard on recently and won the gold medal at the Coca-Cola with.
And the best mark of the competition so far, 9.6 for Hayley Price's vault. She's certainly keeping up her form from the Coca-Cola. Sally Larner, 13 years old, preparing for her second vault. On her first, she scored 9.05 with a fall, so let's see what she could get without. Super high, straight.
Well, in contrast to the other one, her first one where she sat down, she really landed that well. It might have hurt, but the mark when it comes up, I'm sure, will compensate to some extent for her.
A 9.55 for Sally Larner's second vault brings her into second place after the first rotation. Jackie McCarthy has seen Hayley Price and Sally Larner and Jackie Bevan all make disastrous mistakes on the asymmetric bars. All this young kid has to do is get through without any big mistakes.
But her first problem is mounting. She's only 4'6". That's why she needs the help there of the springboard. Tiny little thing, but a wonderfully confident, strong and aggressive gymnast.
She has to get a terrific score to take the lead. She needs 9.35, but she's certainly making every effort to get as near to that score as possible. Oh, and she saved that landing.
She was very lucky. She'd have hit her head on the lower of the bars, but fortunately she was so short she was underneath it. And 9.1 for Jackie McCarthy. She's right on the heels of Price and Larner. Hayley Price in second place, where she would expect to be leading, and that very difficult mount onto the beam risks everything there, Monica. Could ruin her chances even before she's really begun.
Oh yes, she was particularly brave to use it, considering she's 0.15 behind. This really is a test for the girls, because this piece of apparatus proves just who can control nerves. And that's what competition is all about. Oh dear. 0.3 penalty for that very large wobble.
Hayley must stop herself thinking about the mistakes she's already made and concentrate there. But that's a disaster. That, with only one piece of apparatus to go, really must rule her out of the competition. There it is, just 8.55 with that fall. That really puts her out of it. Sally Larner, the leader at the moment, and what a chance she now has. She needs only 8.45 to keep her lead, and she's seen Hayley Price score just 8.55. A steady exercise here could virtually wrap up the competition for her, Monica.
Yes, and what a piece to choose. A very, very difficult piece on which to prove yourself.
With Rugby Union and a double for England before the international against Wales in Cardiff on Saturday.
It's important there that she regained that. The fall would have cost her 0.5, that probably not more than 0.2. Nice steady back somersault.
Even though she's had a few hesitations, that was a good routine, and she can really hold it together when it matters, even though she's only 13. 9.2 for Larner, and that takes her into a big lead over Jackie McCarthy and Hayley Price. And here's
the sort of position that she could hardly have dreamed she would be. Worried about her mat position at the moment, but here with a lead of 0.45 of a mark, and knowing that this competition must be hers unless she makes a mistake. Now satisfied that everything's right at last. Only 13 years old, what a moment for her.
Certainly made sure of that. Last year's leader fell and lost the title on the floor, but Sally isn't going to let that happen to her.
Wrong yet, and already over halfway through the exercise, her confidence must be growing all the time. And landing that double twisting back somersault to finish with on her last tumbling routine, that must have given Sally Larner the title. We're looking at the 1983 winner of the Gymnast magazine Champions Cup. This last piece of apparatus, she injured herself as she dismounted from the beam, but she seems to have recovered, and she now has a great chance as the youngest competitor here to finish in second place.
Well, the leg mustn't have been too badly injured. She's coping with the somersaulting and the landing quite adequately. And that's a very difficult tumble for a girl, let alone in the middle of a floor routine. performance from Jackie McCarthy. That must give her the silver medal in this year's Champions Cup. Yes, 9.3 gives Jackie McCarthy the silver medal.
Jackie McCarthy in second place, and Jackie Bevan, who only came in as a reserve, taking the bronze medal. And great disappointment for Hayley Price. She expected to win, but only back there in fourth place. And receiving their trophies there, we could...
I'll break off because the trophy's getting heavier, I know. Congratulations to both of you. They're our Champions Cup winners for 1983 after a competition which really does justice both to the event and the surroundings here. From the Royal Albert Hall, goodbye from us all.